Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's live stream. Hope you're all doing well. Please let me know that you can see me and hear me and all that sort of stuff. We'll say hello to a few people to start off with. Hi, Adrian. Warm greetings from cold and windy Holland. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's pretty cold and windy here. We had snow. We had snow today here for about half an hour. Polythene Pam's dad's here. He's on time. I'm such a good boy. Not such a bad boy. Not such a bad boy. Lynn's here. Hi, Lynn. That was a great rendition of the chicken song. To give it its full title, Do You Like My Chickens? Do you like my chickens? glad you liked that little bit of nonsense. Mike's here. Hi, Mike. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you here. Reed's here as well in New Jersey. Hiya, Reed. George says, good evening, Tone. From 4 hours in your past. Oh, what does that mean? I'm not sure if that means. Neil is always here from Aberdeen. Hiya, Neil. Nice to see you. Jamie is here as well. Hi to you. Macca. Good evening, Tone. I hope you're well. Yes, I am. Nice to catch you live for a change. Pablo Loves Vinyl is here as well. Hi, Pablo. Lulu is here as well from another New Jersey-ish person. Face, fuchsia, flower, shape. Okay. Elvin is here. Yeah, you can see me. Nick is here joining from Israel. Hiya, Nick. How you doing? Dungeon, what do you think? Well, we'll get to that. I think we'll just say hello to a few people first, and then we'll kind of get to that and start talking about Paul's new album. Jonathan's here from Northwich. Tim is here. Hi, Tim. Good to see you here. John is here as well. All the best from sunny Glasgow. Okay. The missus is here. I thought she'd gone out. Wish I could stop the chicken song from going round and round in my head now. A lot of people won't know about the chicken song, which I'll talk about in a minute. I was home from Reed's wife, Joanne in New Jersey. Hi, Joanne. Nice for you to join us. Greg is here from Winnipeg in Canada. We've got, what's this? Bantress Engines. Good evening to you. I don't recall seeing you on the live streams before, but welcome. Charles Duncan is here. I'm doing very well, thank you. I hope you are too. Okay. You're from Spain. From Spain. We really are. We're getting around tonight. That's really good. Mike Wall Jasper is here. Hiya, Mike. Lulu. That emoji didn't quite work. No, it didn't, did it? It didn't. But never mind. I appreciate the sentiment. Good evening, Mr. Beatley Town from Bangor, Northern Ireland. And Beatley Tones and Gallery. Oh, okay. Rory's here from Scotland. So we've got three on from Scotland at the moment. Angelo Mysterio. So yes, we met. Didn't we? We met in Chicago at the fest. I remember. It's great to see you too. We've got Amatori Richards here from Liverpool. Welcome. Yes, I thought I got it right. Mike Coffey is here. One of the colonies in Canada, Vancouver, British Columbia. Welcome. 4 from Scotland. Jeff is here as well. I'm at work and we'll be able to catch the next 15 minutes or so live. I'll watch the rest on replay. Okay, totally understand that, Jeff. Okay, that's the hellos done for now. We've got 66 people on, which is pretty amazing for the first few minutes. And I only kind of decided to do this, a few hours ago, earlier this morning. I decided, but obviously the hot topic at the moment is Paul's new album, which is going to be called The Boys from Dungeon Lane. Now, Dungeon Lane, if you don't know, is part of Liverpool. It's down by the docks, and that is, I think, this is the reason that we've been seeing lots of birds on Paul's videos, and he's been dropping hints with lots of birds, is that is where Paul used to go bird watching, or if you're in America, birding, I think you call it there. But bird watching, that is why it's called that. I quite like the title. Let me know what you guys think of the title. Now, I think that we are going to get an announcement of this album very soon, possibly tomorrow. So do stay tuned to the channel for that. I will, of course, be all over that, and we'll let you know what gets announced tomorrow if you don't see it before you see me. We've got Stephen Davey here from South Australia. Wow, it's going to be early in the morning for you, I guess. John calls it twitching. Yeah, twitching. Bird watchers are called twitchers, I understand. And so do let me know what you think about the name of the album. Are you excited about the arrival of the new album, which I've heard could be a May release. We'll see what comes out tomorrow, but it will definitely be announced, I think, before the end of the week, and we might even get a taster track before the end of the week as well. So we'll have to wait and see how that pans out. Stephen says, yeah, it's Thursday morning there in Southern Australia. So do let me know what you're thinking about the album. Anything else that you want to talk about, you're more than welcome to make a comment, and we'll talk about it. The floor is yours for now, and let's carry on. Mike says, I love the title because it sounds very nostalgic. Yeah, now I get the feeling that this album is going to be quite a nostalgic episode. I think maybe some of the songs are going to be, nostalgic, maybe about his childhood, maybe about the Beatles. We don't know. On Hands Across the Water, when we interviewed Denny Sywell, the First Wings drummer, he said that when he met up with Paul at his studio, Paul played him a couple of tracks from the album, and he said it was very emotional, and they were all hugging and they were all in tears. It was Paul and Denny and Denny's wife, who's called Monique, and so it's very exciting, and very much looking forward to hearing this and seeing what this is about. Do we know if Andy Nichols got tickets for La Fonda? I don't know yet. I haven't heard yet, but I know our friend Joan has got tickets for both nights. So I'm very excited for her. She has managed to get tickets. I haven't heard from Andy today. Mike says I love the title because it's very nostalgic. I think we've already said that, haven't we? Jeff says, has Paul everly officially released the song Palace of the King of Birds? That could be on it. Could be. It could be. I don't think it will be, but it could be. Lynn says, yes, nostalgia sounds promising. What else have we got here? Any new thoughts on the White Album footage? Really hyped for that as well as Paul new album. No, I haven't. Nothing else since I made the video. There's no further updates on that, but if there is again, we'll be all over it. We'll be all over it. I hope this isn't going to be noisy, but I'm just going to put my heater on because it's quite cold in here. And you might be able to hear it. Let me know if it's too noisy. Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. I really do hope that happens. There's a few naysayers on the video saying it doesn't exist and all this sort of stuff, but we'll see. We'll see. We have already seen, you know, a clip of Paul recording Blackbird from those sessions, so we know that something definitely does exist. Edward says, "I wonder how many versions coloured vinyls will be available." Yeah, that's always an issue, and you know, I've heard that there's been I think Paul said that 25 tracks have been recorded for this album. Now, so we don't know yet whether this is going to be a single album or a double album. I don't think all 25 tracks are going to be on it, even if it is a double album. But I think that we might get a second version of this in a few months' time. We've seen it. You know, he's done it with all the albums back to Chaos and Creation, Memory Almost Full, and New, and Egypt Station. They all had initial releases, and then they put out another version which had bonus tracks on it. And I think we might get that again with this new album, which is annoying when you buy the album when it first comes out, and then there's another version that you need to get the extra tracks. I know that is annoying, but nobody wants to really wait around for the chance that there might be a second release with bonus tracks on without knowing that is going to be the case. So I think everyone that wants to buy this album when it comes out are going to buy it and take their chances. And if you know, an extended version comes out later, then so be it. Macca says, "Are you going to see the Power of the People concert, Tony? And is it the full concert uninterrupted?" Yes. Well, yes. I think on both counts, it's the full concert. But obviously, "Woman is the Figure of the World" is not going to be in it. I don't think there's any chance that is going to be included. But otherwise, I think it will be the full concert. I think it's going to be what we saw on the box set as being, you know, on the Power to the People box set as being the hybrid concert. I think what they're going to show in cinemas is going to be like the best of the two shows, the evening and the afternoon show. If it gets a physical media release, which I think it is going to, there is a chance that both shows will be included on that, because obviously on a DVD or a Blu-ray they've got the capacity to do that. But I think that the film that we're going to see in the cinema will be like a hybrid concert, the best, you know, we're taking bits from both concerts, sometimes in the same song. That's what I think that we're going to see. I'm going to see it on the 29th, which I think is the first night that it's been shown in the UK. Polythene Pam's dad says it's been too long for a new album. Yeah, 5 years. I think it's the longest we've ever had to wait for a new album. It's been too long for a new Paul album. Does this bring over optimism for it? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just looking forward to it. You know, you've got to take it. You know, everyone will have their own opinion of it when we eventually get to hear it. And you know, obviously, you know, Paul's voice is much older now, and we saw a bit of that on McCartney 3. But you know, if the songs are good, the songs are good. And you know, personally, I can't wait to hear it. Right, where are we? Tim says, "Great news about Paul's album. For some reason, I'm thinking it may be heavily acoustic based. Just a guess." Okay. Polythene Pam's dad is cautious. Okay, no need to be cautious. You know, it is what it is, and you'll either like it or you won't like it, and that's the same for any album, I guess. Really. 4D Man Higher. Paul McCartney has always been far more nostalgic than any other Beatles. So Dungeon Lane is pure Paul McCartney. Every interview he does with Paul Denoyer spends 10 minutes preamble on old Liverpool bus routes, says Denoyer. Mike says maybe if there's multiple coloured vinyl, maybe each one could have different tracks than the other. I hope not. I hope not. I'm not going to be, I never went in for the McCartney 3 buying multiple copies of that. I mean, I've got a few, but I didn't buy all of them. I think there was something like about, was there 15 of them? 15 different colours? Nah. Reed says, I'll hold off for the bonus song version down the road. I'll live with the download in the meantime. Okay. Dave Pounds is here. Now that McCartney's voice is practically gone, well, that's your opinion. I would imagine they would have to use autotune. Well, they use autotune. They've been using autotune on every album that's been made in, say, the last 15 years. So that's nothing new. That's what they do. It's standard practice these days. Even new bands use autotune because it's a way of saving studio time. So it's not a big time. Dave, you are the chief naysayer. I've yet to know. I've yet to hear you make a positive comment about anything in all the time that I've been on YouTube. So one day you're going to do that. I'm sure. One day you're going to do that. Right. Where are we? Okay. Jonathan says, would it include the support acts in the one-to-one film? Now that I don't know. I mean, it is a film of the concert. It's being billed as John and Yoko's Power to the People. So I don't actually know. Obviously the support acts came out for the encore of Give Peace a Chance, so I guess they'll be in that bit. Whether it will include anything from their sets, that's a really good question. That's a really good question, and I don't know the answer to it. Right, George says, does the bird imagery on the Got Back tour poster suggest that the album title was chosen at least a year ago when we first heard the use of the descriptor nostalgic? Well, again, that's a good point. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. We understand from Mike McCartney's post on Instagram yesterday that his son Josh, obviously Paul's nephew, has done the artwork for this album. So that'll be interesting to see as well. But yeah, good point, George. Gareth says, one album, please. No bonus tracks on the Super Deluxe Extended Summer Bird Watching Special Edition release, please. Okay. I'm all up for bonus tracks. I have to say, I am all up for bonus tracks. John says, I know it's a controversial title, but it should be shown in its entirety. I'm sure. I think you mean. I'm sure John would have wanted it that way. Well, the thing is, I've always said, we don't know what John would think these days in 2026, so it's difficult to say what John would want, and obviously it is controversial. There are a lot of reasons why we have kind of done this to death when the box set come out. I mean, it is understandable why it is being it was left off of that. People have different opinions about whether it should be or it shouldn't be on there. And what else? What is there anything left to say about it? I think we all said it back in October when the box came out. I think, Tone, I think there has been an update with the new album as we speak. Well, do tell me. I haven't seen it. I commented on his new Instagram post. I just received a link to a new video. Is this the story of the story thing? I don't know. Do tell, give me the information, because obviously I can't look now while I'm talking to you guys. I feel Paul's voice is fading. I wouldn't be against him using AI to give his younger voice of a few decades again. Well, I don't see a problem using any tool. I'm not sure about AI as in mimicking his younger voice, but certainly not autotune. Who cares? We want this album, and any album, and any artist would want their album to sound as good as it possibly can. He can sing. He doesn't need auto-tune, but his voice is aging. And he when he plays live, when he is with just an acoustic guitar, like for example when he does Blackbird or he does Here Today, you can really hear the vulnerability in his voice. But when he does the rocky stuff, when he does the fast stuff, his voice still sounds really good. He can really give it some welly, and it still sounds good. So it depends on the nature of the songs that are on this album. But using auto-tune is not really any different to doing something, putting on overdubs and things like that, and sound effects and all that sort of thing. No one ever complains about that. So what? I just want it to sound as good as it possibly can, and that's all it needs to do, really. Yes, I'm hoping that the different track theory doesn't happen. Coloured vinyl is too gimmicky. See, I love a bit of a coloured vinyl. Now, if there's a black vinyl and a coloured vinyl version, then I'm probably going to go for a coloured vinyl version. If there's like 15 different coloured vinyl versions, I'll just pick a couple, maybe, or one or two. But I just like coloured vinyl. Hi, Beatle Eddie. Do you think it will be a double album? He's recorded 25 songs. Well, we were just talking about this a bit earlier. We don't know yet. And I don't think that, even if it is a double, I don't think there's going to be room for 25 songs on it. I think maybe 18, maybe 19 tracks if it's a double. If it's a double, and I say the others will be left over maybe for a bonus release a few months down the line, like he's done in the past. Hello, Mazzy. How you doing? Apparently 84 versions, one for each year of Paul's life. Yep, that sounds right. That sounds about right. Lulu loved colour vinyl, but not 20 different colours of the same album. I would go for the same bonus tracks on all colours. I think so. I think so. We don't want this thing where we've got to buy lots of different versions just to get certain tracks. But one version is acceptable. One version is acceptable, but not lots of different versions. So no. Translucent LP, yes. A colour, no, says Mike Coffee. Charles says, do you think Paul's new album will come out in the black, blue, red, all colours like he overdone to death with McCartney through? I hope not. Well, I hope not as well. I hope not. I don't mind if there's a couple of coloured vinyl versions, but I hope there's not like 15 different versions. Right, so after commenting on his new Instagram post, I got an automatic link to a new newsletter. The website then redirects you to a page with a single video on it. Okay, tell us more. I'd rather Paul sang in his natural aging voice. I think it will suit the new nostalgic songs if that's what they are. Yeah, I think like we saw that on things like Early Days and On My Way to Work from the new album, the old man voice does sound, does really suit those songs. I'm just gonna. David says, "Please no AI or Ringo autotune. I'll take Frau McCartney vocal." Okay. And Dawn of the Frank says, "I don't mind Paul's aging voice. Natural voice is normal. Please no autotune, no AI. A little studio pitch correction I can see since that's done almost automatically in all recordings these days." Yes, this is true. Hopefully we do a few pop-up. We will get a few pop-up shows in the UK tour to promote the new album. I will be going to Dungeon Lane next week to have a look around. Okay, that's great. Yeah, it would be great to get a few shows. I don't think he's ever had a studio double album, has he? No, he hasn't. Unless, I don't know, could we count Egypt Station? It was a double on vinyl, but it's a single CD, so probably not an official double album. Greg says voice on Johnny Cash's last album was pretty frail, and it added to its magic. I'm not concerned with Paul's voice as long as the production is great. Okay, good comment. I think it's coming out in April. What's your feeling? I think it's May. I did originally say June. I think it might be May. Now we will find out very, very soon. Right, I've got a guest. To bring on. I'm going to add him to the stage. Hello, Paul.
All right, mate. How you doing?
I'm okay. Are you okay?
You're right. That rash was aggressive. Yeah.
It's Paul from the Dinner with Greedo. He's my co-host on the Beatle Board.
You're live?
Yes.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah. He's my co-host on the Beatle Board, a new episode of which has dropped today. Please go and watch it. You can watch it on Paul's channel, Dinner with Greedo, or you can watch it on my channel under the collaboration link. It is very funny. We've been talking about Paul's new album, and I don't want to get too far behind with the comments, so I'm going to carry on.
No, I've been watching, so you crack on, mate. You crack on.
You just chip in when you feel that you've got something valid to say. So see you in about an hour. Jonathan says, I was disappointed the Anthology re-released on Disney was not the same extent as my DVD version. I would love them to release the full cleaned up 4K version of the DVD cut. Well, it was it was different, wasn't it? Because it had some bits missing from the DVD, but it had some things that weren't in the DVD. So it's a bit of swings and roundabouts. What do you think, Paul?
I think the new cut was great, modern. It got rid of a lot of the. I seem to remember the DVD versions. That was basically just extras anyway. If you bought the DVD, you got a longer version of the show.
Yeah,
but I seem to. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't watched it for a while, but the DVD would just show you the whole of a live song rather than just show you a little bit anyway. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I can't. Yeah, so I like the Disney version.
Yeah, I did. I did too. Okay, Dawn says I only want the standard LP and an LP with bonus tracks and maybe one coloured vinyl. Okay. Lulu says, I'm thinking at least May won't release at the same time as Ringo is my feeling. I agree with that. I think May is the time that this album will drop.
Yeah.
Hi, Tone. Good to see you. Do you think we'll get Man on the Run on Blu-ray anytime soon? I don't know. These things,
it's Amazon, isn't it?
Yeah, they'll have a contract with Amazon and it will be exclusive to them for a while, I think. But I think we will get one eventually. Reed says, maybe we'll see the release of the song in Liverpool. Maybe. In Liverpool. Yeah, isn't that Ringo's song in Liverpool? Isn't is it Liverpool? Is it just called Liverpool? Oh, is it called in Liverpool? Yeah, it is called in Liverpool. Yeah, it is called in Liverpool. Yeah, I know the one you mean. The one from the 80s. Yeah. Yeah, Parliament Pam's dad saying Red Rose Speedway and McCartney 2 should have been, but wasn't allowed. I don't think McCartney 2 should have been a double album. It was a struggle as a single album for me.
I've got a question for you, Tone.
Go on then.
Do you think this new album will have, like McCartney 3, have songs that he sang bloody years ago? You know the
yeah, I know the
chickens by the chickens when winter comes. Yeah, when winter comes. Yeah, that was an old '96 song or something. But
I think it was from '92. I think it was an off the ground outtake.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. Yeah. But if he's recorded 25 songs for it, it doesn't sound like he's short of material. You know, I think with McCartney 3, you know, it was recorded during lockdown, and you know, maybe he just needed an extra song to sort of fill the album. Don't think it sounds like he needs any to draw on any old stuff for this album, but we'll see. I guess. Like
yeah.
Tim says, greetings, Tone. I don't really have a question today, but I just thought, what a great way to spend my birthday watching your live. It's your birthday, and well, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
And hope you've had a good day. But I can't believe that you can't find anything better to do than watch this nonsense on your birthday. But I'm glad you're here. I am glad you're here. Welcome, and save us a bit of cake.
Please.
Question: is the Boys of Dungeon Lane the confirmed title? Yes, it is. It is the confirmed title. Hey, hello.
You,
I think, Paul.
Oh yeah, hello.
Was Driving Rain not a double album? Well, I think it's the same sort of situation. It was a double album on vinyl. But not on CD. When I originally bought it on CD, it was just a single CD. Mike says, great to see you, Paul.
Thank you, Mike. Good to be here in your eyes.
Ralph says, do you think if Paul had done less touring, it would have saved his voice from getting too rough? No, not really. Not really.
It's just age. He's just old.
He's just, yeah, exactly that. He's just old. And when you think, you know, he didn't really tour at all in the 80s, not until right at the very end of the 80s, and he didn't do much in the 90s either, just at the beginning of the 90s. So, so he hasn't extensively toured for all these years. But you know, when he does go out, he does 3-hour shows. You know, and that does take its toll, I suppose. But you know, I just think it's aging. Should we just have a quick break and just talk about the latest episode of the Beatle Board?
Yeah, go for it. What do you want to know, Tone? I'm on it.
So in this episode, we our contestant for the latest version was YouTube sensation Jessie Mundy, who is a Gen Z creator, and she writes her own songs and does covers of Beatles songs. She's got a really good following, and we did a great show with her, didn't we? We did do a great.
Brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. I couldn't believe she came on.
It was so funny, and we had such a laugh making it, and we debuted a new song, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
We did a song called "Do You Like My Chickens?" I'm not going to say it anymore, but please go and watch it. Please go and watch the Beatle Board. We'd like people to watch it because he's not getting as many views as we thought it would do. It's not getting as many views as the videos on the normal videos that we do.
Yeah.
So please go and watch it. If you have watched it already, please let us know in the comments here what you thought of it.
Please do.
Okay, The Boys of Dungeon Lane. That's a weird title for the album. What's your first impression, guys? Well, I quite like it as
I
a
like
title.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, I quite like it as a title.
yeah.
You know,
Makes it feel like a gang.
yeah, we're in his gang. We're in his gang.
We're in his gang. Yeah, no, it's I think someone said earlier in your live it's going to be nostalgic, and I reckon, yeah.
Yeah.
Although Paul is really old, everything's nostalgic now, isn't it?
Yeah,
You think
yeah.
about it.
Of course, of course. Lulu says, "Hi, Paul. Love your eps. So entertaining, and love the Beatle Board with you both.
Oh,
thank you,
Thank you, Lulu.
thank you, Lulu." Paul recorded 25 tracks for McCartney 3. The 11 that appeared on the LP, with the other 14 to possibly be released as 2030's McCartney 4. Okay.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to the Oasis documentary. Which one's what? I don't know about that.
Is it about the live they
Is this
just
about the 25 tour?
yeah.
I don't
If it is, yes.
Yes, if it is, yes, I will watch it.
Yeah. Love Oasis. Where was you with the old Oasis Blur thing, Tone? Both?
I was firmly in the Oasis camp.
Okay.
But I did like Blur as well, but I liked Oasis a lot more.
Oh, I liked Oasis more, but yeah, you had to be quiet about liking Blur.
I didn't really have that, because by the time that happened, I was already in my 30s, so I was already too old for it.
Oh, yeah,
but,
I was a baby in arms.
But Britpop was also known as Dad Rock at that time. So
Okay.
because we all loved it, because it all it sounded like 60s and 70s music.
Yeah, of course.
So we all loved it. Right. Where are we? David says in Liverpool reference the album title. Reed says in Liverpool was the acoustic song by Paul around the time of the Oratorio. That's right. Yeah. And
yeah, I've seen that.
It was gonna come out as a single, was it, or as a B? Was it gonna be? Is that the song that was gonna be the B side of The Man, when The Man was going to be released in the 80s from Pipes of Peace? Or am I thinking of something different? That was called Liverpool or something like that. Anyway, I can't remember now. I'm getting all confused. Paul says, "Evening, chaps. I'm hoping for an Atmos Blu-ray. This is for the album." Okay. Mike says, "Well, I have to run back to the studio. I'm going to watch the new Beatle Board tonight. Really looking forward to that. Tune into the Beatle Board, everyone. You won't be disappointed. You won't. You won't.
Correct, Mike. Correct.
You won't.
And make sure you stick around to the end.
Yes, you must.
2 points, Mike. Yeah, 2 points.
Wait, you got to watch it till after the credits roll, and then there's a little surprise at the end.
Yeah.
A ridiculous surprise, but it's a surprise." Will we ever see the super deluxe release of Rubber Soul? Yes, absolutely. Yes. We will. Yes. Absolutely, we will. And I believe it will be this year. I think it will be this year.
Okay.
We've had that one. The Beatle Board rocks. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Lynn says, "I love the Beatle Board. Everyone should check it out." Thank you, Lynn. No weirder a title than Chaos and Creation in the Backyard. Fair enough.
That's true. That's true.
Charlie says, "Thanks to you two, I am now in love with Jesse Monday." Well, so's Paul.
So watch the episode, you'll see I am. There was a lot of outtakes where I had to cut it because I was coming across too creepy. We told her that I was going to be I was going to be like, what's the word?
Sycophantic.
Yes, I was going to be that. What Tone just said, and I just did it too much, and I had to stop myself so many times. But she knew it was coming.
Yeah, she did. And to absolute credit, she absolutely played along with it, didn't she?
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Watching you both live feels like I'm a contestant on the Beatle Board.
Right.
Okay. Charlie says, Tone, I would like to see you and Paul go against each other on the Beatle Board to see who comes out best.
Okay, so as if you've watched the Beatles, as you know, I know everything there is to know about the Beatles. So there's no real me and Tone have discussed this. There's no real point because Tone knows he'll lose. So
yeah,
there's no point.
And that's why you get get someone to call you away when
I don't know what you're talking about.
Charlie says, Paul Torin, people don't seem to understand that there are many of us who will pay good money just to be in the same room as Macca. The songs he plays are extras. You know, that is exactly it. That is exactly it. You know, I've never known anyone to come away from you know, a Paul McCartney show, despite, you know, the fact that his voice isn't what it used to be, and then, you know, how can it possibly be the same as when he was in his 30s or even 40s? But I've never seen anyone come away from one of his shows disappointed.
No.
You know, you get 3 hours of, you know, some of the greatest songs ever written played in front of your very eyes. And you know, whatever you say about his voice, there's nothing wrong with his bass playing. There's nothing wrong with his guitar playing. There's nothing wrong with his piano playing. And you're getting to see that as well. And the band are fantastic as well. You know, anyone.
Sorry, Tony. The other thing is that even if you do think his voice is not as good as it used to be, it's still worth going to see him because you are in the presence of a living legend.
Yes.
So let's put the voice aside.
Yeah.
You're seeing a living legend who's just taken over 100 quid out of your pocket. But
yeah.
But it's worth it.
Or even more if you're seeing him in America.
Exactly.
We get off lightly here in the UK because shows in North America are really, really expensive. Live shows here, not so bad. I mean, the price at the O2, the original ticket that I bought, which wasn't a great ticket, it wasn't at the back, but it was you know, quite near the back, and it was on the side. It was 120 quid. I eventually sold that to my friend Nick, but because I got a better seat nearer the front. But 120 quid. You know, for a ticket to see Paul for a 3 hour show is pretty good value. I mean, you go to the theatre in London, you'll pay more than that for a lot less of a show.
And you won't see a living legend.
You might see Judi Dench, I suppose. But
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but you probably won't. Terry Nutkins says, just got Disney Plus for free. Are the anthologies worth watching? Again, nothing.
Absolutely.
No, watch them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you are in the UK and you are a Sky subscriber, then Disney Plus is now included as part of your Sky subscription for free for no extra charge. I don't know if people know that, but if you do have Sky, you now have Disney Plus for free, so you can get back and you can watch the anthology. Definitely worth watching, Terry, because you know
loads of new stuff.
There's loads of new stuff included. There's stuff that was in it before that's been taken out, but there's loads of new stuff included. And if you add the total of all the episodes that are on Disney Plus, it's longer than the DVDs. Right. Okay. Gareth says, crikey, I can't abide Oasis. Sorry, overhyped. Half the talent and twice the ego. George was wrong. But they're funny. They're so funny. I almost love interviews with Liam and Noel more than I actually like the music, because I kind of fell out with Oasis after. Well, I say it's after Be Here Now, but I did buy Standing on the Shoulder of Giants and the next one, what was it called? Heathen Chemistry, I think it was called. And then I completely dipped out. But I used to buy all the singles because the B-sides were fantastic. All the CD singles had unreleased B-sides that were fantastic, and I used to buy all those as well. But yeah, I did love Oasis back in the day.
They were completely different at the time. They were completely a breath of fresh air.
Yeah,
like this Angine de Poitrine. They were a breath of fresh air, right? And there was nothing like them. The big bands before Oasis was Suede. Suede were being heralded as the new thing, and then Oasis came along and I think Blur were probably more inventive musically than I think Blur are more like the Beatles than Oasis are.
Yeah, but I just never thought they were as good.
Yeah,
but there you go.
There you go.
I know this will now happen for so many reasons, but I would love Paul to get his hands on more unfinished Lennon demos with the help that the new technology to clean up the vocal. Yeah, no, I think that is it now. I think that is it, because I don't think, unless George is on it, which means that it had to be something that was recorded in the 90s during the original Anthology, then there's no more Beatles songs, and I think that those have been exhausted now. I think the ones that have come out are the ones that they tried.
Here's a question for all your viewers. Would you like to see a Paul album where he just sings John Lennon songs? And I'm not just talking Beatles, I'm talking about John Lennon's solo stuff, because I'd quite like to see that. I think it'd be quite nice.
I think that would be a nice tribute, but loads of people would just say, "Oh, he's jumping on the Lennon bandwagon," blah blah blah. People got upset that he started the last leg of the tour with Help, because it's a John song. Because it's a John song. So I'm not sure how that would be received. I can't imagine that he would ever.
The answer to that is it's a Beatles song, and Paul McCartney was in the Beatles.
Well, exactly. Yeah. That's why I had absolutely no problem with it. His contribution to that song, is quite a big one, and also, he does Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite, which also John.
Exactly, yeah.
But he does it because it's got fantastically inventive bass line in it. That's why he does that. I don't
think that's not why he does that. He does it because it's in his vocal register. Come on, Tone. Come on. He's having to sing lower now, and Help is a perfect song for that.
No, not Help. I mean, Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite.
Oh, sorry.
He does that. That's a John. That's a John song.
Yeah.
But it's got that amazing bass line that you hear on Sgt. Pepper that Paul came up with. So why not? Why not? I would if I was him. What song from the White Album would you like to see footage of the most? Now that is a good question. I don't know. Helter Skelter would be amazing, but maybe that's lost a little bit of its impact because Paul does it live, and I've seen him do it live. So maybe something that Paul hasn't done. So maybe a John song, something, your blues.
I was going to say your blues, but you don't see them. You just see everybody else outside the closet going, "They're in the closet." What are they doing in there? Yeah, your blues would be a good one.
Terry says, any Beatles tracks you guys skip?
Loads.
No, I don't skip anything. Did you say loads?
Hi, Chalk. He's cheese. Yeah, of course. I'm not because I don't like it, but just because I'm not in the mood for it.
Oh, okay.
Revolution 9.
I mean, if I've got a record on, I just can't. If it's a record, I can't. I can't be asked to get up. And
No.
Move the
but I drive around, and I drive around a van. I can just.
Oh yeah, well, if you do, if you're listening on CD, maybe you would if you wasn't in the mood for. But I can't think of anything. maybe Mr. Moonlight.
Rain.
Oh no, I love. You're sacked. You're sacked.
I'm done.
Right. Lulu says, I have an original Bangladesh I swiped off my brother-in-law. Would love to hear what Danny could do to enhance. Yeah, well, that's what I've heard that is going to be the next thing that comes out from the Harrison camp is going to be a remixed concert for Bangladesh, possibly with both shows as a box set. If it is both shows, I think that will be a worthwhile release. It'd be interesting to see how they can improve that, because obviously it's a live album, so there's plenty of room.
Well, if it sounds like the Lennon stuff, it'd be great.
Yeah. What Beatles tune do you think would have made a great Bond theme?
Bloody hell.
Am I wonder why they weren't asked in the 60s? I don't know. I think Bond. I don't know.
Let me think about this, Terry.
Might
Terry
have been
Nutkins. You're not Terry Nutkins.
not the Terry Nutkins.
He had a finger missing, didn't he?
What song would make a good Bond theme? Oh, I don't know.
Bond themes are very specific, though, aren't they? So
yeah. Because they did put the Bond signature music on the front of Help on the American version, didn't they?
Yeah. You'd have to think of a Beatles song, but then you'd have to think how it could be changed into a Beatles song, into a Bond song.
Yeah, it's got to be something with a lot of orchestration on it, maybe.
I mean, Hey Jude.
I don't know, but is that too
long?
Is that too ploddy for a Bond theme?
Yeah.
It's got to be something, upbeat. I don't know. We'll think about it. We'll get back to you, Terry. We'll get back
I'm
to
thinking,
you, Terry.
Terry, if that's your real name.
Yeah. Terry's so-called Nutkins. Roy says, I would love to see footage of John singing Good Night before he handed it over to Ringo.
Yeah.
I love that version on Anthology, where you can hear John and Paul doing the harmonies on that on Good Night. I think that's better than the version that was released on the White Album. I love that. I love that. Right, where are we? Polythene Pam's dad says, you do realise that makes you mean Mr. Mustard's dad as well, don't you? If Paul had the missus on camera,
oh God,
yeah, you could do a hybrid Beatle Board Beatles versus the missus. We were kidding ourselves laughing at her face on the "Do You Like My Chickens" video.
She wouldn't join in.
Come on. No. We were trying to work out what book it was she was reading.
Oh, it was If Chins Could Talk by Bruce Campbell.
Oh, okay. We had to freeze frame it on the telly to work out what
we were trying to find out a decent book, but we just couldn't find one, so we went with that.
Well, I'm seeing it on the 29th.
No. That's the answer to that.
Tom's here. Hiya, Tom. Well, so guys, still well worth the money to see him live for me. Yeah, absolutely.
Living legend.
Ollie says, any rumor on a track being dropped? It's been a very long time since we got a new solo Macca song. The longest time on record. In fact, yes, it is the longest time. I think that there is going to be a track, and it might be this week. It might be nice. It might be this week. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it is. But
do you think it'll be upbeat, or do you think it'll be a ballady type thing?
No, I don't know. Usually, if it's first single, it's usually quite upbeat, isn't it? Usually.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't wait. The week, the end of the week can't come quick enough for me.
No, it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Right. Bit Lady says, someone made a video that he thinks Paul and Ringo should tour together with an all-star band. What do you think, and how much will that cost? No, I'm not interested in that. And I just don't think it would ever happen. You know, little cameo spot. You know, Ringo doesn't have enough songs to do that, and I don't think Paul would want to sacrifice that much of his set to do something like that.
Maybe a one-off show. A one-off show would be all right.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
No.
I can't imagine it ever happening. To be honest, if you need a Beatle Board tiebreaker phrase, what's your gain from the boys of Dungeon Lane? Just make a note of that. Hang on.
Make a note of that. That's a good one.
What's your gain?
What's your gain from the boys of the Dungeon Lane? So sorry we had to listen to that. George, what's your second one?
He didn't think he needed a second one. I've only seen him once. Laura says, I've only seen him once. Honestly, the best and most moving gig of my life. I thought his aging voice added a real emotion to some songs like Blackbird. I agree with Paul. It's like seeing Mozart. Fantastic comment. Dawn says, the only time I got to see Paul was in '76. Wings Over America. It was amazing. I can imagine.
Sure it was.
I can imagine. Yeah. That must have been amazing. We've got 119 people on at the moment. I think that is the most I've ever had on a live stream.
You're welcome, Tone. You're welcome. They know talent when they see it. So.
Yes, it must be because of you. Oasis in the 90s brought me back to the Beatles. Yeah, and me.
Yeah.
Charlie says, just like a recent video on Parlogram showed, most of you today know Yellow Submarine and Hey Jude. So I suggest Band on the Run wins Best Album simply because those voting don't know Ram or Venus and Mars. Okay.
It's one of the things that we agree, isn't it? Venus and Mars is better than Band on the Run, in our opinion.
In my opinion as well. Yeah.
That's what I meant. Our opinion.
Our opinion.
Yeah.
Ollie says, Supergrass kick every other 90s to the cut.
No. Cooler Shaker better than Supergrass.
I like
Get your facts straight.
I like Cooler Shaker better than Supergrass. I have seen Supergrass and I've seen Gaz Coombs live as well, solo.
Yeah, fantastic. They are. Supergrass are fantastic.
They are good. I don't think they're as good as Oasis though, but I don't think they. I also like Ocean Colour Scene more than them. I love them. Dodgy. I loved as well. Yeah, it was a great period for British.
It was amazing. It was a great period for music. Yeah,
it was. It really was. Anything from Manchester is controversial by definition.
Okay.
Elvis says no thanks.
To what?
To what?
To Oasis?
I wasn't offering pizza or anything, but
okay. There you go. Oh God, what have we done?
The Oasis subject. Bands come along that change culture, not just music. Beatles, Sex Pistols, Oasis.
Correct.
Fair
Oasis did do that.
Yeah. Yes!
Fantastic. This is great news.
Fantastic. Oh, I'm so positive. I'm so glad. This is now I know exactly how John Lennon felt when he when he met Yoko at the Indica Gallery and he climbed up that ladder and looked in the magnifying glass and it said the word yes, something positive. And I'm feeling that now. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
The show was top. See you later.
I think we should then live stream now because we've just hit the high point. We've just hit the high point.
Jonathan, yes, what?
Do tell us what yes means.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'd like that. Yes, I think I'd like that.
Do you think that was to the Paul McCartney singing John Lennon songs?
Might be. Yeah. Might be. Yes, I think I would like that. Right. Okay. That's a little bit of the jam.
I'll take a
David says, I'd take a Lennon duet album from his home demos of the 70s. Just a McCartney album, not a Beatles label on it. Fair enough. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. Lou says, I would love a Lennon tribute album from Macca, but like Tone said, people lost their stuff over Help. Yep. I did, didn't they? Love your channels, but what is the pluses and the negatives of being a YouTuber? Okay. Should I go first, or do you want to go first?
It's your channel. You go first.
All right. Okay. Okay. So the pluses are, I absolutely love connecting with other fans. That's one of the things. So I love that. I enjoyed doing the videos, and I have had a great time. Meeting people, maybe doing shows with people like Paul, like Andy and Tom, like Joe, and and some other people as well. Some of these guys that I've met in the flesh. So that is fantastic as well. Those are the real pluses for being a YouTuber, and just having fun. The only negative that there's a few negatives actually. One of the negatives is that if you decide to start a channel, you have no idea how much time it's going to take up of your life. It really does take a long time, because when you're making videos, you have to be on top of everything. If there's something new being released, if you're doing something about something that's old, then you have to do your research, and that takes time. Because if you get something wrong, someone's going to say, you got that wrong, it was 1964, not 1965, you said 1965. And another negative is, sometimes you get twats making
Co-hosting with you.
Sometimes you get twats making stupid comments. I must say, on my channel, it is few and far between. 99.9% of the people that watch my channel are great people and leave great comments and promote discussion. So yeah, I mean, I just love doing it. But I would say the main drawback is the amount of time that it takes. Paul.
Very similar. I love the shows I make, and I love it when you guys comment and stuff, and it's like creating a big family of inside jokes almost. You all know what you're talking about and all that kind of stuff. I love all that. Another positive, and I don't want to blow smoke up Tone's ass here, but last year got together with Tone and we created the Beatle Board, which is the thing I'm most proud of. No one's watching it, but it doesn't bother me.
we said
it doesn't.
We said I don't care if we do care if no one watches it, but if no one watches it, we still carry on making it just because we have such a laugh making the show.
It's such a good show, and but the negative is for like the Beatle Board, for instance, it does take up more time than you think it would take up. Like coming up with the questions, Tone comes up with quite a lot of the questions. I do all the audio stuff, and I edit the show as well. And that, like this, do you like my chickens thing was mental. On this episode, it took up so much time. If we didn't do that, the show probably would have been released about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, so positives, people you meet and new friends along the way, and negatives, it is a bit time consuming, especially if you've got a job, which someone doesn't, but someone does. Yeah, that's it really. And actually another negative, I don't know if you feel this way, Tone, because you're pretty much on top of everything, but do you do you see it as a negative that you feel like you have to keep being on top of everything? You're constantly checking for new news.
Yeah.
Is that? Would you say that's a negative?
Yeah,
Though?
because I think one of the things about my channel is the breaking news thing. You know, I think a lot of people watch when there's news. So I do want to try and be completely on top of that. So I am constantly looking at news and stuff like that.
Because I found I got into a bit where it's like, oh, I've got to release a video this week. I've got to release a video this week.
Yeah.
And then I stopped caring about that.
Yeah.
So, there you go. I hope that answers your question, so-called Terry Nutkins.
Yeah, because Mrs. Beatley Tone says, we're going to do this on Friday. I said, no. No, I can't. I'm expecting the box set to arrive on Friday. I've got to do an unboxing. No, you go. So.
That was her birthday.
Yeah. Right. Charlie says we're hearing Paul sing "Help" nowadays, so the sky's the limit when it comes to John vocal songs. I wonder if he'll play "She Loves You." Yes.
I thought we already had.
Has he done it? Has he done it live? I'm trying to think now. I can't think. Someone will tell me. If Tom's still here, he'll tell me. Dear Prudence, that's the White Album song that Dawn wants to see film of, and Revolution 9. Or is that the one that you skip? I don't know. He skips Revolution 9. I think we are talking about skipping. When I'm 64 at the time, I made a CD copy and took that track off it.
Okay.
I love When I'm 64.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
Oh, God. I love Rain. Rain. It's one of Ringo's favourites. Drumming on that's fantastic. Beatley Tone, I just realised you're a lefty guitarist like Macca. I am too. Our choices are more limited and expensive, and our right counterparts. But what is your dream guitar? You know what? I hardly ever play my guitar. I used to play it quite a lot. I'm a terrible, terrible guitarist. I'm not even left-handed. I play the guitar left-hand, but I'm not left-handed. And the reason why
that's why you're a terrible guitarist.
Well, the reason why I play guitar left-handed, and friends say, oh, you only play left-handed because Paul McCartney does, and that's not the reason. The reason is because when I first picked up a guitar, right, it made complete sense to me. I mean, no one taught me anything, but it made complete sense to me that the difficult part of playing the guitar, right, was making the chord shapes. And therefore, I thought I needed my best hand to make the chord shapes, and my best hand is my right hand. And the easy part is the strumming. So it just made complete sense to me that I strum with my left and make my chord shapes with my right. And for a long time, the first guitar that I had, which I had for years and years and years, I just used to play upside down. And then I got a left-handed guitar, and then I had to learn all the chord shapes again because they were all the wrong way around. But I'm a terrible guitarist, so I don't really have a dream guitar. That's a Takamine, that one there, and I have no intention of getting anything else. That's it for me. It's end game as far as guitar buying. But you've got a guitar there, Paul. But have you got aspirations to upgrade?
No, no, that would do me. I can play guitar, and I'm actually left-handed.
Are you?
And I play just to go. Well, I'm ambidextrous.
Right.
As I tell everybody, I write with my left and I do everything else with my right. I hope no one caught that.
I just want to say that the viewers have now gone to 20. Gone down to 20.
Sorry, guys.
No, they
But
haven't.
no, I do most things right-handed, but I'm actually left-handed, and guitar. Yeah, I can say. Yeah, my point was, I can play it. I can do the widdly plucking, but I'm not good enough to keep buying guitars and get better at it. Not good enough.
No,
I haven't got my 10,000 hours, as they say. Yeah,
me neither. I'm still wondering how Tim's birthday's going. I hope you're still here and still having fun.
I hope you didn't see that. Yeah, but go on.
Elvin says, I would like a Blu-ray of the original Let It Be film. Yes, me too. The other Tim says a deluxe Bangladesh concert would be fantastic. Noah says, hey Tone, hi Noah. Have you been hearing the McCartney rumours on the new album? Like the name and etc. Yeah, we've kind of I think you've come to the stream late. We've been talking about it earlier. You can watch it on the catch up. We've kind of talked about it already. I quite like the name as well.
Me too. Yeah.
We think that there's going to be an announcement, maybe this week, maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday, and possibly the release of a track on YouTube. Hopefully, let's see how that materializes. Dawn is maybe skipping back in the USSR. It's not one of my favourites off the White Album either, but I don't skip it. Got to start somewhere, and it's the first track.
Yeah. Nice songs you're not looking out for. Sorry,
Paul. Just remember whose stream this is.
Yeah, sorry.
You're just a guest. You can be removed at the touch of a button.
That's true.
Right. Paul, I know sometimes you like looking out for new bands. Have you heard of the Greystones, a kids band of 12-year-olds? They are fantastic. All over YouTube. Take a look.
I will do. Thank you very much. I'll check them out. Greystones. Let me write that down. Greystones.
Elvin is skipping flying. I'd love flying. I have to say. What? Terry!
Terry, you're playing with us. Yeah.
No.
Come on, Terry.
There's a bit of plonker pulling now, I think. No.
Yeah.
No
way.
No one's skipping Hey Bulldog. Come on. Just to put facts straight, you need to look a little further down to find John Lennon. What?
Don't get it.
I don't get it either. From listening to all your podcasts and all the Beatles podcasts, I suggest the least two talked about Beatles songs are I Call Your Name and She's a Woman. I wonder why. I don't know. I hadn't really noticed that, to be honest.
Nor have I, no. But I'm sure there's other songs that just aren't.
Yeah, there must be loads. There must be loads that don't get really talked about, I suppose. I suppose that, well, I really like She's a Woman as a track. I like Call Your Name as well. I don't know, maybe because they're not on LPs. I don't know. Apart from Past Masters. Paul playing drums on Russia. Yep. It's All Too Much could be a good Bond song. What do you think? Is it a bit ploddy? A bit ploddy for a Bond song.
So it's good that it's got people. Good question. Was it Terry that asked this?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, good question, Terry. It's a tough question. I am thinking about it.
Yeah. Re-White Album footage. I'm not sure. I believe it. In all the photos of the sessions, I've never seen a video camera in the background. Well, that would have been a shit photo if it had a video camera accidentally in the background, wouldn't it, Charlie? Apart from Blackbird, of course, who took the footage. Well, we have seen we have seen that there was a camera there for Blackbird. So why not something else? There are a few naysayers that don't believe that the footage exists, but you know, I don't believe that Peter
Do we
Jackson.
not? Do we know what this Blackbird footage was for? Was it used on a TV show or something?
No, I don't think so. I think that this is a completely different thing to Get Back, because Get Back was a project where they had a film crew in and a director and all this sort of thing. That was a planned project. I think this is just a question of like the Beatles saying, let's get someone to film the sessions. I think.
Yeah.
And there's probably no direction. It might even be just one camera. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Would not be into an album of Paul doing John's solo songs. People have done this on AI. Yeah, that's true. Paul singing "Imagine Day in Life" would be a cool Bond song. Yeah, I did. I did think of that when I was saying about the orchestration. The first song that came to my mind was the orchestration part in that song. But I don't know. But if the rest of it kind of fits a kind of Bond theme.
That's like what I said, isn't it? Doesn't matter what Beatles song you choose, you'd have to change it a little bit to be a bit more Bondy anyway.
Yeah. If Concert for Bangladesh is re-released, where will the profits go? Good question. Good question.
Yeah. Some other charity.
Yeah. I think, well, the Living in the Material World box set, all proceeds from that went to the Sri Krishna thing, like the original album did. So I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah, and I know there's no famine in Bangladesh at the moment, but the money from the Concert for Bangladesh actually went to UNICEF, right, which is still a legitimate charity. And,
yeah, there you go.
So that it still works to aid children in disaster situations and stuff like that. So there's no reason why the money couldn't still go to UNICEF. Wish we had John's opinion on the crazy times we are living through. I wonder what he would think of Mr. Trump. Well, yeah. Obviously the world is a much poorer place without John Lennon in it, and I would love to see what John would be doing now, and all the music that he would have created in these 40 odd years, but also his political leanings as well, as an old man. Yeah.
Well, this time, the older you get, the more grumpy and conservative you get. So Lennon's probably got a MAGA hat on. Who knows?
Oh, heaven forbid. What Beatles concert would you like to see given the same treatment as the new Elvis film? Good question. I don't know. Well, I think Shea Stadium is the obvious one, but I would really like to see Candlestick Park, given that sort of treatment, because it's the last one. So obviously it's got historical value. I think the set list was good at that time.
I'd like to see a film where it shows 3 concerts in it: an early one, like a really early one, a middle one, and then obviously the last one. And the film spans them getting more and more bored of touring.
Yeah. What about you, Rory? What would you like? John says, "Hey guys, I saw Wings at the Apollo Glasgow when Venus and Mars came out. Fantastic! That must have been amazing. That must have been amazing." So this was the UK leg of the tour before they went to Australia, right? That had been 70. Was it 75? 1975. Amazing. Yes, it was.
Yes,
it was.
It was. It's great news.
Oh, I'm just feeling so many positive vibes from this stream. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I've forgotten what we were saying, because you know what? Because we're talking so much that we're way behind on the comments. So people are writing things as immediate response, and we're getting to them 10 minutes later, and we've forgotten what they're referencing. So there you go. Lennon songs by McCartney is yes. Okay.
That's what he meant. Thank you, John.
That's what he meant. Okay, great. Right. Charlie says, do you feel that when Macca releases the first song from an album, it's always a song that surprises you? As in, I wouldn't have released that one first. Hope of Deliverance, New, Find My Way, Ever Present, Past, etc. I think Ever Present Past, that wasn't the first single, was it? Wasn't it Dance Tonight was the first one from memory, I think. But Hope of Deliverance, Hope of Deliverance was a real grower for me. I thought, I'm not sure about this, and then I grew to really like it.
That's the most Beatley sounding one. That's probably why he released.
New, I had no qualms about that at all. It's just so poppy and instantly likable. Find My Way, I've been pretty about anyway. It's okay, but it doesn't pull up any trees for me. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait. Jamie says, I saw Suede live recently, and they were amazing. Their last few albums are excellent too, and well worth checking out.
I have heard that.
Yeah, I think we've got their last album actually, which I can't remember what it's called, but it's okay. If you're on a karaoke, what is your Beatles tune to sing? I think I'm going to go for Hey Bulldog.
I would want to sing something with somebody else, but like do one of the harmony ones.
Oh yeah, like Fell or something like that.
That's exactly what I was thinking. If I Fell.
Okay.
Which Jessie Monday does an amazing cover with her brother on her channel. So go check that out as well.
A cover with her brother. Yeah. Noah says, I just got the new remaster of George Harrison's Live in Japan. I just started it. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I've had it for a while. I've had it for a few years. It's good album. Tim says, following on from the YouTube question, do you ever feel pressure to buy all new Beatles related releases in order to make videos about them? Doesn't seem like it, but just curious. No, I only buy things that I want. Like I didn't go in for all those, all the Paul McCartney SHM CDs. I haven't gone in for the John Lennon ones that have just been announced. But I do like, the box sets, and I will buy some things that maybe that I wouldn't have bothered with had I not been on YouTube, and therefore not so like on the pulse sort of thing of what is being released. I don't know. I don't think I've ever bought anything just to make a video of it.
I have not and will not ever buy a Ringo's album. So
no,
it's not going to happen.
So you didn't buy Look Up?
No.
Good album.
A review. Was that the country one?
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, I reviewed it. Terrible.
Whereas I think Beatle Dave just buys stuff to do videos on. He's always got. I got a parcel.
Yeah.
Plus,
I don't have all the money. I ain't got money to buy everything. So,
I want to see Mark Lewison's name on that Beatle board.
Oh
I
my
wonder how
God.
it do. Yeah. Yeah.
That would be amazing. If you got his email him, tell him about us. Wow.
Great episode. Graham says, great episode of Beatle Board as usual. I watch you both. Loving the info on your channel, Tone, and your humour, Paul, is hilarious. I multiple hyped the new Beatle Board episode. Great work. Thank you
very much.
Thanks, Graham. Thank you.
You can multiple hype something?
Yeah, I didn't. Well, you get 3 hypes a week apparently.
Oh dear. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you. John says, Tone, breaking news is very important. I got the mono box set because of that. Thanks. You are welcome, John. Yeah, it is important. It is important, and especially with something like that that was such a limited thing, and it came and it went in 24 hours. But I think about 100 people, more than 100 people, I think, told me that they got that because of that video, which made me very happy. I
stopped doing breaking news because I saw, I can't remember what it was. I saw something once and had a quick look on YouTube and thought, oh, no one's done it. So I made a video as quick as I could, uploaded it, and then boom, you'd done it like 20 minutes earlier. I was like, no, God damn. There's no point. Tone's all over it.
Lulu says, I loathe 8 days a week. Don't know why I skip that as much as I can. Okay.
That's fair enough.
You're not even left-handed. I've heard you play. You are no. Nice one.
Yeah, nice one, Charlie.
Yeah.
Nice one. I hope that was aimed at you. Because if it was aimed at me, Charlie, go do one.
Left-hand guitar. Oh my dog, I'm dyslongic. Terry says, remember that woman on USA Porn Stars who tries to sell her right-handed strung Macca bass?
Yes.
No, I haven't seen that. I
thought that was hilarious.
Lulu says, lefty here and play guitar, righty. I've tried left-handed guitars. It feels so awkward. Yeah, well, it must do. Yeah, it must do. But I've tried to play it right-handed, but it's so ingrained in me now that I just can't seem to get the power in my left hand to make the shapes. I don't know why. Anyway, what's happening with the Star Club live album? Feels like I've heard about it being released for ages with no update. I've never heard anyone say that it's going to be released. All we know is Peter Jackson has bought the tapes. He's doing it as a vanity project, and he will probably, if he cleans them up to a good enough standard, he will probably try and sell them to Apple, because Apple don't own these. He does. And if Apple don't want them, then maybe he will hawk it round to another label. But the chances are that he won't, because if he sells something to another label, that is going to kind of ruin his relationship that he's got with Apple. So I think if Apple are not interested in buying it, then I think it just stays with Peter Jackson, and that's it. And it's a little vanity project, and he can play it on his hi-fi, and and that's it. Hey, Bulldog, make.
Oh.
Ah, right. That makes more sense. That makes more sense, Terry. That makes more sense. And don't I meant back in the USSR as a Bond song. Look, I've got an idea.
We need to start saying RE.
Because we're so far behind with the comments. I'm up to 8:40. Oh, we're not that far. We're a quarter of an hour behind with the comments. So if you're commenting on something that we say, just put whatever the topic is, and then your answer, and then we'll know exactly where you are. Sorry to be.
We're old, guys.
There's 116 on now, and lots of comments. So we're going through it. I think Dawn meant footage of the film Beatles recording USSR with Paul on drums too. Okay. Blackbird footage was Ringo.
Well, there you go.
Oh, what
That's
filming
what I mean.
it? Filming it.
Yeah.
Filming
So
it.
I mean, unless Ringo decides to film the whole White Album sessions, which is unlikely, then you're not going to see anything, are you?
Yeah. Happiness is Warm Gum could be a good Bond song.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's not a guy that misses much.
I need it because I'm going down.
Yeah. I think that's my winner there. They are Terry
Okay.
Nutkins. That's mine. Happiness is a Warm Gun.
Any thoughts on John Lennon Record Store Day 2026 meditation mixes coming soon? Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, it took me by surprise. Wasn't expecting that. I was kind of expecting the New York City remix to come out as Record Store Day 2026 for the April one that on vinyl, because obviously it was in the box set. But if you didn't buy the box set, then you haven't got it. You haven't got it on CD or vinyl. So I was expecting it to come out as a vinyl for Record Store Day. So that one took me by surprise. The Love Meditation mixes. Flying was for a Bond song, and no thanks to Paul doing a Lennon only LP of songs. Maybe one or two are okay as covers.
Okay.
The last 2 minutes of I Want You, She's So Heavy could be in a Bond movie. Yeah. Macca hat.
Yes. At last, someone said it.
I've got.
We were all afraid to say it, and John, you said it.
It's on my. I've got Macca hat on my bingo card. I've written down a list
Bingo!
of all the things that people were going to say during this live stream, and Macca hat was on it.
Nice.
What does it mean? Macca hat.
Macca hat means.
If Paul and Ringo's albums are due at the same time, will Ringo be sent round to Chef's Paul to get him to move his album release date? Yeah. That's why I don't think it's coming out in April. It's going to be May.
Yeah.
Tim, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Yeah. Tone, I just remembered that. Oh. Wings at the Speed of Sound. Wings at the Speed of Sound. I've got it.
Don't you mean At the Speed of Sound by Wings?
Shut up. Was released in America on March 25th, 1976. It's his birthday.
Nice.
That fact stands out in my memory because I turned 14 that day.
Fantastic.
Ah.
Can we ask your viewers, what do you call it? Wings at the Speed of Sound or At the Speed of Sound?
Yeah, I've always called it Wings at the Speed of Sound.
Yeah, me too. But
I can't get out. I can't get out of the habit.
Okay.
I don't know. Roger Waters is grumpy, but not conservative. He's a wanker. I hate Roger Waters. He is a tosspot of the highest order. Oh,
but what do you really think of him?
No, I'm not beating about the bush. I know I'm beating about the bush. He's a right Billy Hunt. Right, okay. Frank's here. February 11th, 1964, Washington Coliseum concert. That's what
the film
Frank wants to see a film of. And we know that we saw the cleaned up footage of that in Beatles 64. So maybe they've done the whole thing. Maybe that's on the cards. George says, be here now, 12-inch proceeds went to Material World Foundation. Okay. Are you going to watch the Lost Bass film at the cinema? Yep. I'm seeing it on the 2nd of April. Paul?
Let me just see if I'm working, Tone. When's it released?
2nd of April.
Oh, you don't muck about, do you?
No.
Probably won't see it in the cinema, but that is something that really interests me.
Yeah, I think it's going to be on the BBC. It's a BBC film, so I think it'll be on the BBC after, and on probably streaming platforms or maybe even terrestrial channels that have got an affiliation with the BBC overseas. So I don't know what BBC stuff gets shown on in America. Is it ABC? I don't know.
But there is BBC America out there.
Yeah. James Martinez is here. Hiya. Nice to see you.
Just good evening, Tone. I mean, what am I, chopped liver? Unbelievable.
Right. Have you guys seen the boys of Dungeon Lane rumored to be making his new album? Yes, we have. We talked about it earlier in the stream. You can watch it back after we finished if you want. We did talk about it, and so that is the title of Paul's new album.
We're looking forward to it.
I would like the Australian concert. It's got good audio and is filmed well. Okay.
Yeah.
Terry says, was it only George on Pepper with a hat with plumage? No other member had a Pepper hat.
Oh, you got the picture there, yeah.
Ringo's got a cap on the cover up there.
Yeah.
But you're right, George has got plumage. Beautiful plumage. Beautiful plumage. Elvis says, Tony, in regards of the 8-hour film regarding the White Album exists, I think it could be a great for a 2028 60th anniversary release. Well, I hope we don't have to wait that long. If it is going to happen, if it does exist. Dawn says Ringo's self-titled LP was fantastic. Yep, it was.
It was good. Yeah, I like that one.
You can't have Lewison on your show. He's busy writing the next Beatles book for me.
That's true. And he keeps calling me for bloody information, and I'm like,
he does.
I'm busy with the Beatle Board. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Mr. So-called Mark Lewison. Mazzy says, just got a text from an LA friend that the Fonda tickets are $1,600, but that seems strange. Trying to confirm. My friend Jonah's got some. She just texted earlier. I don't. She didn't say what the price was, but I'll ask her. I want to tell you in 8 days a week. What is the connection? Oh, I know. They've both got fade in intros. Thank you.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, you sure you haven't been called away?
Took the words out my mouth.
Yeah. Concerts are so expensive nowadays. When I saw Wings, it was £2.50. Yeah, when I saw Wings in 1979, I think it was £4.50. £4.50.
I saw a video recently that was talking about the expense of cinema of the tickets these days for concerts, and they said that with inflation, it should be nowhere near as much as it currently is. But I think we need to realize that we're now living 2026, and artists don't make money from their albums, and they don't make money from their single releases. They just don't make money that way. So the only way they can make money is live, and that's why live tickets cost so much. And obviously, there's a lot more people putting these stage shows on, especially like a McCartney stage show. So it's just it costs what it costs, I'm afraid, because Napster. So there you go.
Tim's saying, how about the end as a Bond theme?
Maybe on the end credits.
Yeah. The Fonda holds 1,200. The Bowery was 600, and tickets were $50. Yeah, they were. That's why I'm surprised if $1,600 is right. But I'll find out. Sitar Man says, what are your thoughts on the outrageous prices charging it for the shows in LA? Well, I don't know what the prices are, but they're certainly not what they were shown on Michael Nolan's video. from the third-party site.
I was doing everything I could to not say his name, and then you just come out with his name.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm just seeing if Jonah says anything.
Okay,
I'm just going to text her and see if she comes back.
All right, see what she says. I'll entertain the troops. Do you like my chickens? I've forgotten how it goes. How's that possible? I can't hear you, Tone. Have you turned your... Oh, guys, thank God he's gone, eh? Can't hear you, Tone.
Sorry, I accidentally muted my mic.
No worries.
Okay, Tone. I once sang Day Tripper live on stage. Right, hang on. I'm interrupting this broadcast for a news flash.
Right.
So the tickets for general admission at the Fonda were $230. £1,611 for VIP. So VIP tickets, those are the ones, right. They're obviously, because I think on the floor it's all standing, and then they've got seats around the top bit. So I guess there'll be a gated off bit at the front, and you get a VIP package. You get to go to the sound check, and you get a bag of goodies, and you get hospitality, food, drink, and all that sort of stuff. That's $1,600, but general admission tickets are what did I say? 200 and what? 30.
230 and 1,600 for VIP.
That's good. Right. Okay, let's get back to Oh, sorry, I was doing this one, wasn't I? Tone, I once sang Day Tripper live on stage to a group of teenagers. At the end, the guy said, "That's great, Charles. It sounds like punk." My reply is, "Not supposed to." Oh, that must have been a blow, Charles. That must have been a blow. Star Cub will come out with a box set with Rubber Soul.
You wish.
Yeah. Do you ever get the feeling you want to walk into MPLC, Paul, and say, "No, people love Press to Play, London Town, Back to the Egg, so we don't care if you don't like them. Keep out of it, Mecca, and trust us." Yes. I did say that the last time that I was in Soho outside MPL, I was going to hold up a sign that says, "We want Back to the Egg and London Town," but I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Lou says, "And Carnival of Light, forgot that one." Is that on my bingo card?
Oh, your bingo
card. Not sure. I can't remember what. Oh, no, it can't be a Bond theme because no one's heard it. It can't be a Skip song because no one's heard it. I don't know. I don't know what that's referring to. But anyway, got to admit that new Let It Be, Not Get Back movie surprised me how good it was. Not as depressing as the original. Yeah. Well, it surprised me as well. I remembered it as being more miserable than it was, but then I thought that about Get Back as well. That took me a bit by surprise as well. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I think I actually said that in my review of it, to be honest. I think I said the same thing. Forrest Hummus says, "First time here, welcome. So I apologise. No need to apologise. No need to apologise. If this has been, apologise. It's been said many times. Asked, but what is your take on Danny releasing the reported second half of recordings from the Brainwash sessions?" Now, I don't know anything about that. I don't know. Would the second half of recordings from the Brainwash sessions. What is this? This is stuff we haven't had before.
Yeah, I guess this is stuff that wasn't on the album.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. But if that is what we're talking about here, if it's worth releasing, then absolutely would love to hear it. Where have you heard that? I haven't seen anything on that at all. While My Guitar Gently Weeps would make a great Bond song, apparently, says Charlie. I can't decide whether to buy the Lennon SHM CDs, as I already own the 2007 Japanese CDs and the 2010 remasters. I don't think you need
Andrew
them.
Dixon did a great video on SHM CDs, and he said there is a difference, but barely.
Yeah,
so that
I've said the same because you know, I've got a few of them, and there is a difference, but it is minimal. It is minimal.
Yeah.
But the packaging is really nice. It just depends, Paul. If you need to have everything, then go for it. But you know, everyone's got like a different level of collecting, and there's no right or wrong answers.
Yeah.
You know, it's up to the individual what they want to get, and you know, they will be nice. The packaging is really nice, but it will be very similar to the 2007 Japanese CDs that you already own. But they will probably the CDs will sound better than those, but only marginally. So I hope that helps. Terry hates record store day. I queued all night and part of the day with a cold. Tried to get an Iron Maiden pitch disc. I didn't get the record, but I did get so ill, ended up with pneumonia. I hate record store day.
Yeah.
Nice one, Terry. Yeah, no, I don't like it either. But I will go there if there is something that I'm after. I will go there, and it is quite fun because you get like talking to people in the queue outside the record shop. But I don't like getting up early in the morning on a Saturday because I think the nearest store that to me that is participating is probably about a 30-40 minute drive from me, so I've got to get up early. Lynn says someone needs to resolve that controversy. Wings at the speed of sound or at the speed of sound. Get a hold of Paul and get the answer. Yeah, I know. It's always been called Wings at the Speed of Sound, but ever since the archive, it's kind of at the speed of sound. And obviously, there is going to be a half-speed master announced very soon. And we'll see what the blurb on Macca.com says.
I have always said Wings at the speed of sound, but I'll be honest with you, I've always questioned it in my head. Is it Wings at the speed of sound? But I've always called it that. But it would make more sense that it's called At the Speed of Sound. That's my opinion. You didn't ask? Oh, okay. Move on.
Pothy Pants Dad says it's at the speed of sound.
Yeah, why not?
Lulu is just confirming to Mazzy what I just said earlier. Ian says, Paul, I like your chickens.
For those that know about it, I will be releasing just the music video bit of that in a couple of weeks' time, so you can rip it and put the song on your iTunes forever.
It is really catchy though, because I just been singing it. I've been getting up for a wee in the middle of the night and singing it.
Yeah,
because it's the first thing that's in my mind. Right. Okay.
So what you're saying is I'm a really good songwriter. Is that what you're saying? Or?
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. Cheers, mate.
Yeah. Just remember that I wrote 2 of the lines on that.
Okay, I will.
And came up with the title. It was so that was so funny when we were talking about it. And I just sent Paul a voice note, and I was just laughing so much I could barely get the words out. I was just like, write a song called "Do You Like My Chickens?" And I'm just laughing.
And I was laughing and also going, "Oh my god, I've got to write a song called "Do You Like My Chickens?"
Right. So Sitar Man is Wings at the Speed of Sound. He's Camp Wings at the Speed of Sound. George is at the Speed of Sound. Terry says, I thought it was Wings at the Speed of Sound. He thought Wings at the Speed of Sound was a live album, as on the illustration you see the band playing in the club. Speed of Sound. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Reactive Armor says, I'm with BT. Roger Walt was a bit of a trial. You're more than a bit. More than a bit. Right. Just like Wildlife by Wings, and not Wings Wildlife. See, I did used to call it Wings Wildlife, and now I just call it Wildlife. At Speed of Sound by Wings is the proper title, but Wings Over America is the correct title for that one. Not Over America. Yeah.
Why is it not just called Over America?
Roger Watertop. See, now we're getting the info. Roger Watertopic. Anyone that writes the war is a bloody genius. Yeah, but he's still a wanker now, though, isn't
he? Yeah.
How much are the Fonda tickets for those who were chosen? Didn't think there was a VIP at the Fonda. Well, I think there's only two prices, so you can either buy general admission tickets, which are $230, or VIP tickets at $1,600. I think that's it. I haven't had the conversation with Joan yet to see how it happened, but she just texted to say that she's got tickets for both nights. Beatlehead, he says, how much did tickets? Oh, okay. We just done that. So it's $230 for general admission and $1,600 for VIP. Right. I love the Anthology box set. Only able to stream music in my car. I'm gutted it's not on Spotify. Do you think we would ever get it released? My favourite song is the cover of "Be My Baby." Yeah, that's great. I don't know. I don't know why that isn't on Spotify. Because everything else is, pretty much everything else is. I don't mind you, Men Love Avenue's not either. That's not on it. I don't know. I love that Anthology. It's just brilliant. It's just such a brilliant box set. Have you got that, Paul?
Yeah, the blue box.
The blue box, yeah. Yeah.
Make sure we're talking about the same one.
Yeah, it's excellent.
That one?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that one. Elvis says the 1964 Beatles Washington concert was already cleaned up in 2008, was only released online, only by Apple Music, no physical release as of date. And I'm not getting any younger. Yeah, we all feel like that. We did see bits of it in Beatles 64, didn't we? Kin's 60th anniversary release will all be deed. Kin, as in fucking, I think that means.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not down with the kids anymore.
Yeah. Everyone's confirming the price for Mazzy. So I'm just going to skip those because we've said that a few times. Want to tell you at 8 days a week, what is the connection? Fading intro, correct tone. Well done, thank you.
Well, I would have said it. So
yeah,
correct.
he would have said it. He would have said it after he heard me say it. He would have said it. We're still going on about the floor seats for the Fonda show in LA are 11. No, they're not.
You're looking at some tout site.
You're looking at third-party sites, or you're listening to Michael Nolan. But they're not. They're $230 to get in for general admission, or $1,600 for for VIP, where you
That's
get
a lot.
get to go to the sound check, you get a bag of goodies, you get hospitality for that money, and there you go, and you get to go right at the front, right, here's the question. Only Paul's songs, and you have a choice out of 3 box sets, but can only choose one. Do you choose his songs from the Beatles, Wings, or everything after 1980? Only studio albums. Only Paul's songs, and you have the choice out of 3 box sets, but can only choose one. Do you choose, the Beatles, Wings, or everything after 1980? Okay, got it.
Have you?
Yeah. So basically, basically, only Paul's songs.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a box set which has only got Paul's songs on it. There are 3 of them. One has got all his Beatles songs on. One has got his Wings songs on, and the other one has got everything else after 1980. Which one do you choose? Oh, I'm still choosing. I'm choosing Beatles, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, in reality, I wouldn't choose any of them because I've already got them all. But if someone was pointing a gun to my head, I had to choose one. His Beatles songs are better than his Wings songs, aren't they?
I think 70s music was the best decade for music. So, and you got Wings, and you got Paul trying to better himself, which admittedly, he's never going to, but he does so bloody well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the 70s is my favorite period as well, because that was the period I was a teenager in.
right.
But I'd still choose Paul's Beatles songs over his Wings songs. But I love Wings.
Yeah.
I love Wings. Artists are also aware that if you can only afford to go to 1 gig per year because of the expense, then you're not going to spend the money on other artists. Are they? Okay. Did you guys play Beatles Rock Band when it came out? Little novelty instrument consoles were great. So I didn't actually play it because I'm too old. Because I'm too old. But I have played it with my friends' children. So I've played it, but I never owned it. And
I did.
It was obviously right up your street in 2009.
It was well up my street.
Yeah.
It was good, but unfortunately, it was nowhere as good as the Guitar Hero Metallica, which was far superior. So, what can you do?
What can you do? Right. How long we've been on for? Nearly 2 hours. Paul doesn't need to make, but Paul doesn't need to make money. No, but these shows cost money to put on. They've got screens and they've got a huge crew and blah. I don't know. I did a video about it. I'm not going into it again, but there is a reason why they're that price, and he doesn't set the price. The promoter sets the price. Okay, so 200 quid a ticket for a gig now. Terrible for a price. Don't know how people pay it, no matter who it is.
Yeah, it is a lot of money, Tone.
It is a lot of money, but that's standard. It's standard for a big artist. I mean, I'm going to see Elvis Costello in June at the Albert Hall. And that, I think tickets for that are about 140 or something like that, 140 quid for that.
Right. Yeah.
It's like any live entertainment, like just going to theatre. It's about the same price, or not much different. But the big artists they prices for their shows are I wouldn't complain at paying 200 quid to see someone that I really wanted to see.
But you also got to think it's not just 200 quid, is it? It's train fare. It's like in some, like in McCartney's case, you know, like people are going to try and travel across the country to go and see it. So it's not just 230.
Yeah, merch.
And the merchants are £40 for a poster. Are you having a laugh? Go on, sorry, carry on.
Right, I'm moving on. I'm
getting angry.
What is Macca's worst album? I believe it's Driving Lane. Unlistenable. I think there's some great songs on Driving Lane. Right, my least favourites are the covers. The covers albums. Kisses on the Bottom.
Run Devil Run.
Yeah, Run Devil Run. It's very samey all the way through. The Russian album, ditto. But Kisses on the Bottom is just not my thing.
I'm not a huge fan of Egypt Station, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think that's one of his weakest albums. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Tony,
that's
your
true.
mic sound isn't good, as good as before when you. Oh, really? I don't know what I can do. What did I do? Did I turn it down?
It doesn't tap your mic. It doesn't sound like it's coming through that. It's not coming through that.
It's not coming through that. Oh, hang on.
No.
Edit mic settings. No, it's not that. I don't know.
It sounds like it's coming through. Like, are you using your phone to record?
No, I'm not. I'm not. I wonder if it's switched to my computer mic.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Oh, it has. It has.
Yeah.
Hang on. Is that better?
Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Polythene Pam's dad. It happened ages ago, and I didn't mention it because I wanted to sound better than him.
Yeah, that is exactly him. It's all about him.
Cheers.
Yeah. James says, "Hello, Greedo. Hope you're doing well on the other side of the pond." Yeah,
I am. Thank you. Hello.
I met James in Chicago. Lovely bloke.
Yeah, nice.
Reactive Armor says Kisses on the Bottom is Paul's worst.
I
that's
really
one
like.
I've never even bought it.
Inchworm.
Lou says I'm putting Carnival Light. What was that? I didn't hear what you said.
I said inchworm.
All that 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 2 is 4 bollocks. I can't be doing it. Right, I'm putting Carnival Light in the box set with Rubber Soul and Star Club. Oh, right. I got you now. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Paul, Driving Lane is not unlistenable. Love that album. Yeah, okay. I think there's some great stuff on that album. Really, I love it.
They've got Heather on it.
Yes, the track Heather's on it. Yeah. Heather. It's got Rinse the Raindrops on it. It's got some great songs on it. Magic. Right. Hopefully the 61 Hofner will be on the new record. Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Never got all the fuss over Carnival of Light, as I believe it's awful. And a recent Giles Martin interview says it will be released only for an event. Yeah, I know. Anyone that's heard it says it's rubbish. It's rubbish. Yeah. It's like they said it. I think Giles said it makes Revolution 9 sound like Hey Jude.
Yeah, it's called Carnival of Shite for a reason.
Yeah. Driving Rain is good. About You is such a great song. Yeah, it's a great song. I like that one. Peter, hiya, Peter. A bit of context on ticket prices. 1976, I saw Wings over Wembley, and the tickets was £3. Sounds cheap. I was on £14 a week take home, so not that cheap.
No, exactly.
Good point. Yeah. Good point. When I saw Wings in '79, it was $4.50. And I was on, in 1979, I was on about $2,000 a year. That was my salary, about $2,000 a year. So I'm not sure what that works out weekly, but $2,000 a year. If you were leaving a time capsule to be opened in 300 years' time, what would you put in it, Beatles related or not? God, they're really difficult questions tonight.
I'm loving it. I would put the Beatles in. I would
Yeah.
also put in
Got to put Beatles in.
Beethoven and all those as well. Just
Uh,
anything major music would go
uh,
in.
I'd put maybe an iPhone in or something like that.
Oasis,
Yeah.
just to annoy some people on here.
Yeah.
Oasis going in.
I'd put a video of Carry On Up the Jungle in there.
Put the Beatle Board in.
Yeah, Beatle Board, the school bit going.
That's a good question. 300 years' time.
Really good question.
I'd like to actually. Do you know what though? I'd like to think that the Beatles will still be known in 300 years' time, so there'll be no need to put it in a time capsule.
Yeah.
So you'd have to go with something like Barry Manilow.
Oh, talking of Barry Manilow.
Oh no, go on.
Guys, did you know that Paul was a big fan? I've outed you.
You swine. Guys, I've just turned 50.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, my mum listened to Barry Manilow. She loves him. She listened to him all the time. So that is ingrained in me. And I do love Barry Manilow. Now I have gone to see him live and he was shit. Yeah. but I do still like Barry Manilow, yeah. Sue me.
Mm.
And don't bother commenting on it if you comment on it. I don't want to hear it.
Jeff Lynne had said in an interview he would like to help finish the album when Danny was ready. One song in particular is called Valentine. That's from an interview with Jeff at the time of its release. Okay, thanks for that info.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love.
Is he well enough to do that now, though, or is he ill or something?
I don't know. No one will compromise on Wings of Speed Sound or at the Speed Sound, so we need it straight from the only person we can totally believe. Paul needs to come on your show and answer just one question. Paul, if you're out there,
you know what you have to do. Answer the bloody email.
Yeah, you are more than welcome.
But Paul McCartney does call it At the Speed of Sound, if you want to know what he calls it. So. Yeah.
Have either of you made your way through the Stowe School tapes? I have, and after you can blank out the noise in your ears, it's fantastic. Yeah, I've listened to it. Don't know what it is. This is a recording of the Beatles from 1963 playing at a boys' school, playing in a school hall, and it's like recorded on a reel-to-reel tape by one of the boys.
Oh yeah, I have heard of this.
A couple of years ago. I've done a video on it. I didn't really like it that much, to be honest, because you couldn't. The mix was completely wrong. You couldn't really hear the vocals. The guitars were really loud. But you couldn't really hear the drums. You couldn't really hear the vocals. So I kind of I dismissed it. What is your favourite Paul album cover? Good question. Mate, I don't know.
I think I'm going to have to go with Venus. Penis
and Mars.
Venus on Mars. Venus. I think I'm going to go with Venus and Mars just because of its simplicity. It's too snookerable. What? Why can't I talk anymore? It's two snookerballs, but it also represents Venus and Mars. I think it's a very good album cover.
Or for our American friends, pool balls.
Pool balls.
For American friends, I really like Venus and Mars as well. And but I also really like the cover of Wildlife. I think it's a great picture. Taken at Osterley Park, which is near Twickenham. You've all heard of Twickenham, but maybe you're not so familiar with Osterley Park, and that's where it is, over on the west side of London. And I keep wanting to go there because they also shot the cover of Band on the Run there, where they're all up against the wall. Yeah. That is also in Osterley Park. And I just thought we would go there and find the wall and also try and find the tree. Try and find the tree that goes across that bit of water. I mean, it's it's 60 years ago now, so it's
Yeah,
or 50,
it's not going to happen.
yeah, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. 50 years ago, sorry, but
I used to live near Osterley. Used to live in Heston.
Oh, did you? Where the service station is?
No, the other side.
Yeah, but there is a service station there, isn't there?
There is Heston. Yeah,
So when me and my mates, when we all passed our driving test, right, we used to spend on a Saturday night, all night, just driving around anywhere you like. We used to go onto the M4 and in the middle of the night and go to Heston service station and have a fry up in Heston service station and then drive all the way back. Totally pointless, but it was just the novelty of now.
You were living the dream.
Yeah, now having cars and passing our driving test. I'm talking about when we were like 17, 18. I'm talking about now.
Okay.
It sounds like Beatley nice. Yeah, I think we're okay now. We're okay now,
Yeah,
Charlie?
we're okay now. Yeah.
Mazzy says, I had 2 tickets and airfare and hotel for your Tone for free. But reading this comment now was too late. Sorry you missed out. Okay. I think you're joking, but I know you're joking. I know you're joking. Right. Okay. Graham says, I think the greatest writers of my time are Lennon, McCartney, Roger Waters, Neil Young, Martin Gore of Depeche Mode, right? To concentrate on Waters, I think he's a genius. I would want to meet him. Would I want to meet him? No. He may have been a genius, but he's an absolute fuckwit now.
I've been trying my best not to swear, and then
it's my live stream. Look, we're all grown-ups here. We've all heard these words.
All right.
But I can't stand him.
What's he done? What's he done?
He's an anti-Semite for a start.
Right. Okay. That'll do it.
Yeah. So I can't bear him. Right. What's your favourite cheese? It's a great question.
At last, we've been asked. Right, Dairy Lee.
I've got it on my bingo card. So I'll go first because my I don't really like cheese that much. I'd say I do like some cheese, but I don't like cooked cheese because it goes really stinky. Except on a pizza, I'm okay with cheese on a pizza, but I don't like cooked cheese in anything. I don't like it. When it's cooked into certain dishes. But I like some cheeses cold, but out of the fridge, but not many. But if I was to say what my favourite cheese would be, it's a cheese called I think it's called Bavarian smoked cheese, but I always call it Venezuelan beaver cheese because of the Monty Python cheese sketch. Because that's what I always imagine that they're talking about when they say Venezuelan beaver cheese. But I think it comes like as a circle and it's got like a dark red skin on it. And they sell it in most supermarkets. I say that's my favourite. What's yours, Paul?
Well, I'm the opposite of you. I do not like cheese because it tastes too chalky and the way it fills my mouth. I hate it. But I love melted cheese. So pizza, pizza. Obviously, I'm all over it. But but my favourite cheese is it has to be grilled because you can eat it raw. Grilled halloumi. It is just amazing. It's squeaky. It's just the best cheese. Thank you, Ollie, for your question.
Yes.
Yeah.
And John wants to say, down with the kids. I'm 68.
Recognise. I forgot what he said. Told you I'm right-handed.
Yeah. Yeah, down with the kids. Okay. Mike says, this is fun, but I do have to go now. Take care. Look forward to more content.
Thank you, Mike.
We'll see you soon.
Cheers, buddy.
Thanks for being here. Wanderlust, No Values, House of Wax, and Dominoes. Couldn't be without them. Later Macca tunes are great too. Yeah, they are. I think House of Wax is the best song that he's written this century. I think it's a brilliant, brilliant song. I also really like Without Repeated Warnings on Egypt Station. I think that is genius. That is genius. But yeah, there's some great songs from his later years. Definitely,
Yeah, of course there are.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But if we got to choose between Beatles, Wings, and then everything else, I'm still choosing Beatles.
I'm still choosing Wings.
If we're talking, Paul songs.
Yeah.
Right. Dr. Sexy.
At last, he's here. You're here for me.
We've been waiting for you. Look at his avatar. He's even got his Dr. Sexy uniform on. He's got his white coat.
Yeah.
I see someone in a white coat. My blood pressure goes up straight away.
Yeah, I can't look at him. Look at him.
No, he's just too
too much.
He's too sexy. Terry, I thought you were R.I.P. Right.
He only comes back for Tone's lives.
Why is Tone defending these rip-off prices? This is about companies and artists profiting. No way is it about covering touring costs. No, but they, like we've already said, they don't make any money from records these days. They only make money from touring. And these shows do cost a lot of money. Look, just watch the video that I did back end of last year, where I go through it, how the whole thing works, how the whole pricing actually happens. And I'm not defending it. I'm just saying that there's a reason for it. There's a reason for it.
But can I just say though,
no one's going to complain if the prices were, 50 quid to get in.
No, but here's the point, and I will say, as end users, as fans are, we're the end user, right, of all this.
Yeah.
And considering how the world is at the moment, everyone's skint. $230 for a ticket is maybe not the best. No. So no. just from a regular Joe on the street, you're going to go $230. Forget it. They're not. They don't care how much how much the tour costs to put on. They're not going to care that the artists don't get any money from albums. So they're not going to care.
No.
So I can see both sides.
I do get that, but I just think. I mean, you can apply it to so many things. I mean, you've only got to look at the prices at football matches. The prices for that, live entertainment costs money, and that's a fact. It's the same. You've got live sport, you've got theatre, and you've got concerts and stuff, and they all cost money. They do have expenses to put these shows on. Not so much but when you see how much footballers are being paid, you know why the prices are so high. So it is a thing. Terry says his gig going prices, my days of going are over.
Mine too.
Dr. Sexy says Egypt Station is one of his best albums. You need to be careful. You're likely to get struck off from from the medical council. Firstly, for being too sexy, and secondly, for thinking that Egypt Station is one of his best albums. I'm just joking. Right. John saw Elvis Costello for $150. Yeah, I saw.
Which on a bus?
I saw. I saw him on the Armed Forces tour back in 1979. I can't remember how much it was. It was probably about £2 or something to get in. And you got a free single when you went in. You got a free single of unreleased material, which I still have. I agree. Kisses on the Bottom is my least favourite Paul McCartney as well. Gareth is saying it's not called For Sale. So why would it be at the speed of that?
No, hang on a minute. It's not called. No, that's not a good point because it's not called The Beatles for Sale, is it? It's called Beatles for Sale.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Just saying. I'm fuming. Is it called The Beatles for Sale? It's not, is it?
If we applied that to everything, then the White Album would have no title whatsoever.
Well, it doesn't. It's called The White Album.
No, it's called The Beatles. But...
I know.
Right. Okay. Lulu's got to go. Thank you for being here, Lulu, and for all your contributions. That was fantastic. Thank you. Sitar Man says, any advice for a Beatle fan visiting London and Liverpool for the first time in June? Yes. Where to go? Where to go?
Yeah. Where to go?
Yeah. Well, if you get yourself up to Liverpool, obviously
there's a touring bus in there.
Matthew Street is where it's all at. That's where the Cavern Club is and the Cavern Pub, which is opposite it. And there's loads of Beatle-themed bars down there. But one place you should definitely go is the old Jacaranda Club, which is just absolutely fascinating, where the Beatles used to play, before they left Liverpool. And, they used to rehearse there. They rehearsed there. The deal was that they would paint the cellar. They rehearsed down in the cellar. If you go down there in the cellar, there's a drum kit set up on a stage there. Obviously not a Beatles drum kit, but it's just for props. But they painted that cellar in return for being allowed to rehearse there for free. And it's still got the original paintings that John and Stuart Sutcliffe did on the walls. You've got to see that. That is a fantastic thing. The commercial thing down at the Albert Dock is to go to the Beatle. I want to call it the Beatle Museum, but it's not called that. It's called something else, and I can't remember what it's called now. The Beatle Experience or something like that. That's good. But what is also really good in Matthew Street is the new Beatles Museum, which is owned by Rogue Best, who is Pete Best's brother. And that's got loads of really great stuff from the early days that Pete has donated and stuff that he had, mic stands and drum kits and loads of really great stuff. That's really worth seeing. And in London, Abbey Road is a good place to go walk across the zebra crossing. I did that back in January when Andy was over from New Jersey. We did that. You go to Baker Street and see where the Apple boutique is. Go to Savile Row, see where the Apple building is, where they played up on the rooftop. There's lots of things. But you could if you could try and find one, Mazzy's book called The Beatles England, which have I got one here or not? No, I think it's in the other room. But that has got all the great sites in the UK, all the Beatles sites. But there are loads of them. There are loads of them. Right. Okay. I believe Electric Arguments album is actually his McCartney 3. It's very underloved, but has many great songs on it. It's an astonishing album. I think it's an okay album. It's got its moments. Do you like that one, Paul? Or you not got it?
Never. I've not got it. I've never really listened to it.
Okay.
Is that the Fireman thing?
Yeah, the Fireman thing. The third one. Yeah, it's the most listenable one of all the three Fireman ones.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like, you could almost call it a McCartney album. Legit.
Right.
Tone, the missus and I are in the early stages. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I've been talking a lot. Hang on.
Tone's taking a sip of tea now to wet his whistle. He'll be straight back with you.
Thank you. Mrs. and I are in the early stages of visiting Europe next year, Spain and England. For it's always been Wings at the Speed of Sound. It was released a day before my 10th birthday. Well, if you do end up in England, do let me know and we'll meet up and have a beer or something. It'd be nice to see you again, James. Right. off topic, nearly bank holiday time. What's your favourite on the buses movie? Well, I love them all, but it's got to be Holiday on the Buses, isn't it?
I'm too young for this question.
Is it On the Buses Rides Again? I can't remember. What was it called? On the Buses Rides Again? Oh, they're all great. I can remember seeing them at the pictures when I was a kid. I loved them because they were
I've never felt so young.
They were like a little bit rude, weren't they? Funny stuff. James is turning 60 tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, mate. Happy birthday. Have a great day. George says Kisses on the Bottom is a classic. Great vocals by Macca, even great piano by Diana.
I like it too.
Okay.
You got to like that type of music, I guess.
Yeah, John's shouting out for Carry On Up the Khyber. Right. I think we're going to have to pull this to an end soon. Why can't Beatles get a collectors only label like Elvis aimed at hardcore fans and not the casual? Dylan also gets bootleg series. I don't know. It just does seem to be a bit of an effort. What number bus did Paul McCartney catch on Mather Avenue to go to Liverpool Institute every day? Start for 10, no conferring. Is it the 86?
86. It's the same bus that George Harrison
had his audition on.
His audition on. So.
Every day's a school day, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah, big time.
Do you think it's time to hand over the Hollywood Bowl and Shea Stadium concert tapes to Peter Jackson? Yeah, but I'd rather he worked on the White Album tapes if that's possible. You know, we seem to be using Peter Jackson exclusively for Beatles stuff. He hasn't made a film for 8 years apparently. like a non-Beatles thing. Done anything for 8 years. Beatle John says, "Hi Tone, sorry I'm late." Yeah,
just winding down.
We're just winding it down now. Right, okay. James says one of my favourite covers is Flowers in the Dirt.
That's good.
Well, yeah, both great.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just skipping a few things. Two Legs is coming up 5:30. What's that mean? 5:30. They're doing a show, are they? Are they doing a show? 5:30.
Oh, you're not invited to this one. They've invited me. So, no, I need to shoot soon.
Okay. Dawn says Ram is a masterpiece.
It's very good.
John says prices are shocking. My first flat cost 7,000. Kids nowadays have no chance.
Correct.
No. John's giving the thumbs down to McCartney 3.
Oh, I liked it.
Yeah, I did too. John is also saying,
"I hate you, Butler. I hate you, Butler." I know that.
I've met Blakey, you know.
Oh yeah.
When I was in the Scouts. He opened our garden fete, our annual garden fete, and I met him.
Did he do the "I hate you, Butler"?
Yeah. Of course he did.
Yeah.
The following year, our garden fete was opened by Black Beauty, the horse. That is a true story.
Oh my God.
And he did that thing that he always does, you know, that. I did that.
Yeah.
And did that thing with his hoof.
Yeah.
Right. Dawn says Peter Jackson is now the fifth Beatle. Oh, Two Legs is 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock for Two Legs. Do get over there and watch their show. That's 9. Is that 9 o'clock? That's 9 o'clock Eastern, right? So that's 2 in the morning for me. Right. Okay, we are going to wrap it up there. Thank you, everyone. We've still got 83 people on. They had a fantastic turnout for this tonight. Thank you, everyone who has been on the show. Even if you haven't asked questions or put anything in the thing and you've just been lurking in the background, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everyone who has contributed to this. And thanks for being here. Paul, thank you for joining me. And
Beatle Board, go and watch it.
Yeah, go and watch the Beatle Board.
It's on my channel. It's on my channel, guys. So you have to go to Dinner with Greedo. Latest episodes on my channel.
Subscribe to Paul's channel.
Oh yeah.
Unless he's really pissed you off tonight. But if you've loved him like I do, then subscribe to his channel. Subscribe to his channel, Dinner with Greedo. Okay, guys, thank you so much. We will see you another time. I hope you've enjoyed this live stream, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.